Imagine a clock, not just any clock, but one with a terrifying secret. It doesn't tell you the time of day. Instead, it counts down the seconds to the most final of deadlines, your own death. This is the story of the clockmaker's secret. It all began in a small fog-shrouded town, a place forgotten by time itself. Here lived a man named Elias, a clockmaker of unparalleled skill. His shop was a symphony of ticking and chiming, each piece a masterpiece of gears and springs. But Elias was not a happy man. He was haunted by the sudden loss of his wife, taken by a fever that swept through the town without warning. He felt helpless, cheated by time, and in his grief, a dark obsession took root. He would conquer. Time, he would know its final move. He worked for a year, hidden away in his workshop, fueled by sorrow and a desperate need for control. He ignored the concerned knocks of his neighbors, the world outside his window fading into a blur. Finally, he emerged, holding a clock unlike any other. It was crafted from dark, polished wood, its face a swirling vortex of brass and silver. It had no hour or minute hands. Instead, a single, slender hand moved with an unnerving, silent grace, ticking backward. He had created the memento mori, the remember you must die clock. The first person to receive one was the town baker, a jovial man whose laughter was as warm as his bread. Elias presented it as a gift, a timepiece of unique perspective. The baker, confused but flattered, placed it on his mantelpiece. The clock began its silent countdown. Exactly 1 year, 3 months, and 2 days later the baker suffered a fatal heart attack. The town mourned, but no one made the connection. No one except Elias. He gave another clock to the librarian, a woman who always had her nose in a book. Her clock granted her 2 years. She spent them traveling, seeing the world she had only read about, returning just a week before her time was up to pass away peacefully in her sleep. A strange pattern began to emerge. Those who received Elias's clock seemed to live their remaining days with an uncanny sense of purpose, as if they knew something no one else did. Word of these destiny clocks began to whisper through the town. People grew suspicious, then fearful. Was Elias a prophet or a monster? Was he predicting death or causing it? The townspeople, led by the blacksmith, stormed his shop one night, their faces illuminated by torchlight. They found Elias sitting calmly at his workbench, surrounded by the ticking of a dozen memento mori clocks. "You're a demon," the blacksmith roared. "You're cursing us." Elias simply smiled, a sad, weary expression on his face. "I am not a demon," he said softly. "I'm just a man who wanted a warning. I wanted a chance to say goodbye, a chance I never got." He then pointed to a large clock in the center of the room, larger and more ornate than the rest. Its single hand was just moments from completing its final rotation. "This one," Elias whispered, his voice barely audible over the din, "is mine." The crowd fell silent as the hand on his clock ticked its final second. Elias closed his eyes and drew his last breath. He slumped over his workbench, finally at peace. The townspeople stood in stunned silence, realizing the truth. Elias hadn't been cursing them. He had been giving them a gift, the most terrifying and precious gift of all, the knowledge of their own time. In the aftermath, the townspeople didn't destroy the clocks. Instead, they came to understand them. They realized the clocks weren't about death, but about life. Knowing your time was finite wasn't a curse. It was a call to action. It was a reminder to live fully, to love deeply, and to waste not a single precious second. The clockmaker's secret wasn't the mechanics of the clock, but the lesson it taught, that the true measure of a life isn't in its length, but in its depth. The legend of Elias and his memento mori clocks lives on, a chilling but profound tale about our relationship with time. It asks us a fundamental question. If you knew exactly how much time you had left, how would you live your life? Would you crumble in fear, or would you embrace every single moment? It's a powerful thought, isn't it? A reminder that our own clocks are always ticking, even if we can't see the hands. So make every second count. Thank you so much for watching and diving into this story with me. If you enjoyed this journey into the mysterious and thought-provoking, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tales that make you think. Let me know in the comments what you would do if you had a clock like that. Until next time, stay curious.